Here we are again, Panthers fans. Another season that began with hope is quickly slipping into familiar territory. The Carolina Panthers are staring down yet another losing campaign, one that promised progress but has so far delivered disappointment. And while there's still time to turn things around, you can feel the frustration building across the fanbase. Since David Tepper bought this franchise, patience has worn thin. And now, with the team struggling to find its footing, the pressure is shifting to general manager Dan Morgan to do something, maybe even something bold, to change the trajectory of this season. And that brings us to the latest buzz, a potential trade that on paper might seem like a solution, but in reality could solve absolutely nothing. With the 2025 trade deadline approaching, speculation is swirling that Carolina could look to make a splash. The team has 7 draft picks in 2026, giving Morgan some flexibility if he decides to dip into the market. And one name recently linked to the Panthers? Buffalo Bills tight end Dawson Knox. Sports Illustrated's Gilberto Manzano floated the idea that Carolina could pursue Knox, potentially landing the 28-year-old veteran for as little as a 5th-round pick. The Panthers find themselves in a peculiar position, Manzano writes. They should rebuild again, but it might be too soon to pull the plug on what coach Dave Canales has built the past season and a half. It's the slowest rebuild in the NFL, but they're at least trying to move forward, unlike a few other organizations. The Panthers should see this through with Bryce Young for at least the entirety of this season. Dawson Knox has gotten lost a bit in Buffalo since the team drafted Dalton Kincaid in the first round 2 years ago. Also, the Bills are starting to utilize rookie tight end Jackson Hawes. It's an intriguing thought. Knox is talented. He's productive. And in a vacuum, adding a veteran playmaker sounds like the kind of move that could give Bryce Young another weapon to work with. But here's the thing, it just doesn't make sense. The Panthers have already extended Tommy Tremble. They're still excited about Jatavian Sanders as a versatile receiving option once he's healthy. Rookie Mitchell Evans has shown real upside early on, and James Mitchell has flashed potential in limited snaps. In other words, tight end is one of the few positions that isn't a problem in Carolina. Spending valuable draft capital on Knox wouldn't fix the team's deeper issues. It would just add another name to a crowded room. If Morgan is going to make a move, it needs to address one of the Panthers' actual weaknesses, like a linebacker who can stabilize the middle of the defense. Those are the kinds of trades that could truly move the needle. Knox, not so much. For now, the most likely outcome is that Carolina stays put. Morgan has been reluctant to trade away assets throughout his tenure, and with this roster still very much in rebuild mode, it's easy to understand why. But if the losses keep piling up, the conversation could shift entirely. Instead of adding pieces, the Panthers might start listening to offers for players they already have. So let's hear it, Panthers Nation. Would a trade for Dawson Knox make any sense, or would it just be a distraction from the real problems? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're still holding out hope for a turnaround, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a single update as this roller coaster 2025 season unfolds. Keep pounding. Until next time.